city bitch. Trip city bitch, trip city bitch. Trip city bitch, trip city bitch. Trip city bitch, trip city bitch. Yeah. Trip city bitch, yeah, I'm coming on the clip. Trip city bitch, trip city bitch. Trip city bitch, trip city bitch, trip city bitch. Trip city bitch, trip city bitch. Welcome back to Opinions Nobody Asked For or Cares About. I'm your host, Trippy.grimm, and this is Paris. We're back at it again with the white Vans. I can't wear white Vans. I can't wear anything
Can't
white.
wear anything white.
Yeah, fuck
No,
that.
especially shoes.
I can't drink out of a mug correctly. I can't wear white.
I get that. I spill stuff a lot. I spill stuff, and also I just sometimes I don't pay attention to like where I'm walking, or like where I am spatially. So I'll just like run into something will like graze my leg. That's fucking brown. Now it's dirty.
Yeah, just dust, random things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean the 90s, how they would like everything was white, you know. See a black dude in a full white suit in a white convertible. You know, I don't know,
Yeah,
or like
white interior.
Yeah,
white interior.
the white interior, everything white.
The carpet,
yeah,
it's white.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Or there's like crazy people who are like, that's the
my
white.
entire
one.
house. Yeah.
That's my white. Yeah, I like white things. Don't let your kids come over because it's white everywhere, and I like my furniture white, and I want my carpets white.
Because it kind of looks cool when black folks would do it, but then white people, I don't know, like it doesn't really make sense to make your whole house white, no matter who you are. To be honest, like I couldn't do it. I'm too rough.
Yeah, I agree.
I
don't even really like having white walls. Like honestly, I think you should like paint them like a, you know, maybe like a light yellow.
Something that doesn't absolutely change your mood or something.
Mm-hmm.
Started off good. There was a month's walk for peace coming from Texas to DC over the New Year. Pretty dope.
I think they're still walking currently right now.
Could be 120 days to complete.
Yeah, but they started in Texas, went all the way to the DC. They recently, I think it was around Christmas.
They've been walking since October.
Wow, since October?
Mm-hmm.
They've been walking a long ass time. And they recently went through Georgia. Shout out to Georgia. And I just thought it was just cool in general.
It's amazing. Do a walk for peace. And then they even had a paraplegic man going on the walk with them.
He lost his leg.
Oh, so he was an amputee.
Amputee.
Okay, so.
He was in an accident, but I think he didn't do the full walk with him, but he kind of like, I think they picked him back up in Georgia, but he was there, I think, in the start around Texas to somewhere else. That's the last thing I heard about it. They also have a dog.
Oh yeah, but they picked up.
They picked
stray
up the
dog.
dog.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I actually did not know.
Yeah.
That's
stray dog.
Cool.
I believe that they brought with them. They found along the way.
That is really cool. Damn. Yeah. That's just a cool concept in general. Them just walking just for the name of peace.
We need more of
this.
Like, yeah, he was. He walks, he steps in shit. Shit happens. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's inspiring that like someone with physical ailment would still do such an amazing feat and keep going. And you know, I don't look down on. I feel like it with that situation. You know, if you were going through that, it probably makes you feel a certain type of way when people look to you for inspiration. But with me, at least, I can't speak for other people. It's purely inspiring. You know, they're not reduced in my mind to a character or something. It's really like makes me look at myself and go, well, fuck, you lazy asshole, get off your ass. You know, I don't know.
It makes me rethink of the things that I think are impossible. You know,
Yeah.
I think
Limitations.
yeah, I think something such and such is impossible. Then you see someone doing it, and they're like, "This is just every day for me. This is just my life," and it makes me like, "Well, shit, I'm kind of full of shit
Yeah, I'm kind of making a bunch of excuses.
for no reason."
Yeah. Ungrateful.
Yes.
It's a lot of people. I feel like it's just like naturally kicks up being a human. So ungrateful for what you have, you know. Because like even the gift of life, the human existence being suffering, you know, is not seen as a gift. That, you know, a lot of people say, I was thrust into this world and I didn't ask to be here, but you view it as a curse rather than a gift you didn't ask for. The unlimited potential and possibility.
Yeah.
And I know people are going through a lot of situations, but it's like, I don't know.
You get the chance to live your life how you want to live your life. I know that like things stop you from doing that, but at the end of the day, I mean, you were given this life, and you can make it whatever you want to make it. It's a free template. It's like you're walking into Minecraft, and it's a blank slate, and now you get to build whatever you want to build. So, if you're complaining about something, build something else.
Yeah, it's true. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Harold Kenneth Egerton, born February 18th of 1948, is an American neo-Confederate activist and U.S. Army veteran, known for his advocacy of the Southern heritage and the Confederate flag, an African-American member of the Sons of Confederate Veterans. Egerton formerly served as president of Asheville, North Carolina chapter of the National Association for Advancement of Colored People in NAACP, of course, and is currently on the board of Southern Legal Resource Center. I'll throw up a picture of him right here. Bringing this up purely out of the fact, I think it's such a complex, nuanced thing with flags and symbols and what you allow people to value. And I really never rode really hard for the flag. I ride hard for the ability to like it, to have it. Yes, literally, like, but not the flag itself. It really just never meant too much to me. If anything, I feel like Tread on Me hits me in the heart more, and that's also something that they've attributed to being racist, but I truly do not understand why Don't Tread on Me has gotten mixed in with that narrative. I can almost understand it more with Confederate flag, but still at the same time, it's like, I don't know, this is just an example of a match, because we've taken a step further now, and now the American flag is what people demonize. Like, you'll hear some folks who look at a house with an American flag and think they're racist. No Blue Lives Matter, no nothing, just the American flag. We're in America. That's what I'm saying. This shit gets so spinned out into lunacy. People really just want something to be mad at. That's truthfully what it is.
I think I remember talking to someone about this guy at work, and she mentioned that he would get a lot of hate online. A lot of hate. People saying you aren't black. People saying, fuck you. You're the problem. He's only ever just waved the Confederate flag. I think he got a lot of that backlash from dressing up as a Confederate soldier and walking with the flag. And I think even that in itself is more of a conversation than just pure hatred, because his family was in the Confederate War. They were slaves, I mean, they forced their slaves to be in the war, and it's kind of a weird thing. I mean, obviously, as you think of if someone was a slave at that time period, it'd be like, I don't like what's going on. I don't want to be a slave. I don't want to be a slave. But this is where I'm from. I don't know anything about Africa. I only know what my family has told me. They've been slaves for generations. You know, this land I'm at is South Carolina, is where what I know is North Carolina.
I think so.
The Carolinas are my home.
Don't know that yet.
Yeah, the Carolinas are my home. This is where I grew up. Even though it has so many negative connotations on it, I still rep it. Compton. It's not a good place to be, but people who are from Compton ride hard for Compton. It's because they are from there. They've experienced that.
But none of them would say it's a nice place to live.
Yeah, none of them say it was a nice place to live. But also,
they'll say sense of community, what I know, all that, but they won't say it's safe.
Yeah, they won't say it's safe. They're not going to lie about it. And I think that's what this man is doing. I think
in reverse.
No, I think what he's doing.
Saying it wasn't safe, but
saying
he has a connection to it.
Yeah, I have this connection to it, and there's nothing wrong with having that connection to it. Of being like, I'm proud of what my family did because they did put their lives on the line for the people that they loved and what they thought was right. Obviously, we're glad the Confederate didn't win.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's glad the Confederate didn't win.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah. But it's just more of like, why can't I be proud of what they did, though? Also, what they tried to do.
There's also an argument for the erasure of history.
Yeah.
There is like, if we don't talk about things that happened, they'll repeat themselves.
Yeah, I think that's true too. I think it's just, man doesn't deserve hate.
I don't think so. Well, that's his prerogative.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, you know, that's what he wants to do. Fuck it. I mean, I just believe in the land of the free, you know, so I truly want everybody of different opinions and cultures and views and religions and races to all just live harmoniously in a melting pot, because that's what America is.
Yeah.
Vogue is having a boyfriend embarrassing now? Oh my god. This is made by Shante Joseph. Sorry if I butchered that. So I've read the article and I'm just gonna summarize it, right? Okay. So essentially there's this modern day thing where it's a status thing to not be in a relationship because of political reasons or your own personal ideological beliefs as a point of activism, but it's also the double-ended caveat of being a status thing. You know, it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend because I'm not like the other girlies, you know?
Yeah.
And
I can't do whatever I want.
Yeah, and I think the thing about that is, and it's like, she goes into the article, she goes in on it, but she talks about how men are just kind of forthright with who they're dating, not always, not every single person ever existed, but on average, women are posting their boyfriends less. And you think about pop culture and the songs we're hearing nowadays, Man Child from Sabrina or this or that, and fucking man, he ain't shit. And it's like, if you don't see where that's leading, if you want to be happy, I think your happiness should not be dictated by how other people view it. What you want out of life shouldn't be influenced by the opinions of others, truly. And so if you want a long-term relationship or any kind of pair bonding experience, you have to kind of give yourself up to it. You have to be vulnerable. You have to be honest. You have to trust people. And that goes for both sides.
It does.
There's just a growing disdain for men. whether it be, people saying, oh, you had a male baby, are you getting an abortion? Or people saying, what is the one that, oh yeah, if it's a male loneliness epidemic, why am I hearing about it? Or it's like, men make up the most, I don't know, suicides. And I think it's incredibly not sadistic, like demented to see people with mental health struggles and to never ever address why they feel that way or what's going on in the world. Mm-hmm. It's just constant posturing towards like viewing yourself as a better person. I don't know, the truth is what makes you a better person is your fucking actions, how you treat people, how you view people, the good things you do, and the hard moments where you make hard decisions, but it's still the right thing.
That's true. I think something that I got from reading the article, because I haven't been online like a lot. Like I remember being online a lot around 2020, maybe 2022 might have been the last time I was like really online a lot. And reading this article, they mentioned this kind of she mentioned watching other people post their significant others and almost being irritated by it herself, being like, oh great, you guys are doing this, you guys are doing that, you guys are doing this again, okay, now you guys are doing this, being like, I don't want to hear about that. But also saying that other people have started doing it a lot less and wondering why. Or other people have been getting praised for, being single. They're like, I'm single now. And now it's like, oh, congratulations, now we like you more.
Yeah.
People then getting a boyfriend, their followers go down,
yeah.
That is what she's saying. She's noticing this trend. Which I think is because of, today's world. It's, you're a boss bitch. You don't want to be tied down. You want to be single for life. She compared it to, how it was a status symbol years and years and years ago, thinking back in the 60s, back in the 50s, to have a boyfriend or to have a husband, to be engaged, to get married.
To have a family.
It was the thing. It was like, okay, she's good. She's set up. Everything's all right. She's all right. Now we're saying today, if you have those things, you're looked down upon. It's like, it's the it thing now to be single, not have a boyfriend, not have any kids, have your own job, have your own house, have your own car. Everything's on you. You don't want to have someone else. That's the status symbol today. Now, I didn't think the status symbol then made sense either. I don't think it makes sense now. I think you should do whatever you want to do, like you were saying. The thing I did have a problem with, though, is the quotes she used from people. Because first of all, like every time you read any of these type of articles, they're like, one commenter said this really stupid thing, and you're like, who the fuck?
Who is this random? Who is BB Giggles 302? Like, who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck about that? Like, is that your friend?
Yeah. Do you know them?
Do you know them?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? She mentioned a quote from. Can I actually see the article?
Yeah.
I remember it because it was actually probably one of the most stupidest things I've read in an article for a very long time.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. News media, it's fucking dead. Print is dead.
It is dead.
Yeah.
It is. Okay. Yes. Nikki, 38, says, I was in a relationship for 12 years and never once posted him or talked about him online. We recently broke up, and I don't think I will ever post a man, says Nikki. Even though I am a romantic, I still feel like men will embarrass you even 12 years in. So claiming them feels
What's the embarrassing thing?
I don't know.
Breaking up?
I don't know.
Like amicably splitting up. Like what's embarrassing?
I don't know.
Like I think she means, oh, I gave my life to this. I gave a lot of years to this man, and that's embarrassing. But what I would say on the contrary to that, did you give yourself to that relationship? Because you just said you didn't post him for 12 years.
Or talk about him online.
Talk about him online. I don't think you gave yourself up to the relationship. So, I mean, if anybody should be embarrassed, it's him.
It should be him.
That's what I'm saying is like, men should not take that treatment. You should not. If women want to be single, I'm not judging anybody. You make your decision, but as a man, do not put up with that. Do not put up with someone who's not going to meet you halfway, because I would not tell a woman to do that. I would tell no one to stay in a relationship where it's not reciprocal to the other person, you know, and you get something and give it. Like, I wouldn't tell it.
I completely agree. I think it's absolutely crazy that she even feels comfortable putting this in her article, or that this girl even feels comfortable quoting this to Vogue. That even though I'm still a romantic, have you even watched a romance movie ever? When have they been like, no, but I won't claim you. I'm a romantic.
You ask them what their favorite rom-com is, and they say The Materialist. You're like, okay.
It's just obviously you're a person who cares about this kind of thing, and you're showing him this is something I care about, social media, but I don't want to put you on it because I don't care about you. That's what that is equaling.
Yeah.
I haven't posted anything, so I don't think I've posted you online. That's because I haven't posted it.
Yeah, I don't take that personally, because it's not a deliberate vendetta against me.
Yeah.
So
it's not like I'm like, I will not post.
And you also talk about me to people. It's not like you like keep me a secret and hide me away. That's why I think, like, I would tell no one to put up with that. Yeah. Do not go along with that relationship.
Do not go along with that. I also felt like it was something that I did want to talk about just as a general thing. She asks, why does having a boyfriend feel Republican?
That's hilarious. That is hilariously stupid. Like, but yeah, go ahead.
And I've heard someone use this term before, and I asked them this, and they didn't give me an answer. And so I just wanted to talk to you about this in just general. Trip Cityers as well. Using the word Republican to mean something lame, not cool, like, you know, you don't
synonymous with fascism, like fascism, conformity, not being empathetic, having no morals. Those are somehow synonymous, even though they're not.
I know what the word Republican means, but in this context, it's interesting that people, like the person who used it with me before in a sentence, and I asked her, I was like, why would you even use that word in that context? It's used in the context of this is bad. Why is being a Republican bad? I'm not a Republican, nor am I a Democrat, but why? It's like when people use faggot to mean something bad.
Yeah.
And you were like, why would you even use it for that? That's not even what that means.
Because it was a kindling of sticks originally, and then it was a cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was
a slur.
Yeah. And then they took that slur and they made it to mean something bad. Like, oh, that's gay. That's so gay. I don't like that. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't make any sense. Or the same thing you say, oh, like, that's black, or that's this, or that's anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just people don't think about how they're using the words and what these words mean. And what they're doing in context of like getting your brain wrapped around this stupid ideal, you know? And I think being away from social media has really highlighted a lot of
I'm gonna have to bleep that, by the way. No, just for YouTube, specifically. But
I'm sorry, YouTube.
Yeah.
I just think it's something crazy. I think it's something really crazy to really notice in people, is that they're changing into something that they don't even notice.
No, and also, I'm just going to say, like, whether you think it's Republican or not, the propagation of the species itself, the human race, will not continue without children.
That's true.
And everyone talks about overpopulation, but if everybody focused on overpopulation problems and not having children, then there will be no children. You know what I mean? If everybody said the same thing, we're just not going to have kids anymore, then the species would die out eventually. You know what I mean? Is that not the case?
I agree. I mean, what is 1 or 2 kids that you have yourself going to do with overpopulation? Whether you have these 1 or 2 kids or not, it's not going to change a damn thing. If everybody says, okay, we'll have 1 or 2 kids, still it won't do anything. It's if you're like, I'm going to have like 7 kids.
Yeah.
Then you're like, all right, you're putting a big footprint on this overpopulation thing. You know what I mean?
That's more of a conversation. Yeah. Having like 8, 9, 10 children is like, okay.
And I've met people who've had that many.
And I'm not demonizing them either. I'm just saying, like, at least that's more of a conversation than like not having children at all.
I'm not having any
not
kids.
1 kid, not
okay,
one.
That's your decision, but it's because you don't want kids. Don't blame it on, oh, it's overpopulation.
Donald Trump or overpopulation or the Republicans or Sydney Sweeney.
Like,
what?
Because like that state of the world bullshit is like, I don't want to bring a kid in this world. It's like, bitch, no, you just don't want to put the work in to actually take care of this kid the way you want to take care of this kid. You're scared that you're just going to let them take everybody else's shit like you did, and you're going to put that on the kid, which is a fair fear. I have that fear, but I just think it's BS. That's it.
I think it is too. I just think you keep yourself from being happy. What does that think? Single people keep people single.
Is that a thing?
That's a thing that's been said many times. Single
is this
people.
Like old? What is it new?
It's pretty old. It's not old, but it's,
yeah.
I mean, probably modern. Yeah.
Probably more modern.
Circa 2016 or so. I don't know. It's definitely been said for sure. Single people keep people single because they covet this relationship. And I've heard a lot of people have like, you know, oh, let's just go like live with, you know, a bunch of friends or something. I'm not saying it's like evil or awful or anything, but the family unit is a beautiful thing, and I refuse to say it isn't. And there's all different types of families. There's same-sex partners who raise kids together. There's grandmothers who take care of their grandchildren and raise them. There's single fathers, single mothers. There's divorced parents. But like the family unit is not the problem. The idea of family is not antiquated. Pair bonding is possible. Mm-hmm. It's possible to do it. It's culture that gets in your head. Culture shifts your worldview, and societal standards make you want to adjust towards things you don't even care about. I fucking don't get it. And also, we'll just go right into this because I know people are not like anybody's watching. Be real quick about this. Banning transgender kid surgeries, transitioning for children. Do I need to explain why that's bad? I probably do. They're children. You wouldn't let them get a tattoo. You wouldn't let them do drugs or something that would permanently alter their body unless it's for this thing of transitioning. Thing is, I think a lot of people hear that and they think this person who's saying this hates trans people.
Yeah, I don't know how that started becoming.
Because I do not hate trans people at all. Literally at all. I've had friends that are trans, a couple. I don't give a fuck about it. I just don't. I have had a tumultuous childhood, and I just never want a child to go through something that was dictated by a parent that wasn't good for them. Because after all, that's the parent's responsibility to look after what the child needs and not what the child feels they want in that moment. Mm-hmm. Not to mention, if we go outside of, because I'm sure there are some kids who feel dysmorphic, to some degree, with hormones just floating into their body, and they're growing up trying to figure out who they are and all of this societal things on top of it. I'm sure there's some. The point is that it's an adult decision that should be made for an adult. And it's not that you demonize your kids once they become trans, once they're of age. That's not the point. It doesn't mean disown your children if they're trans. That's not what it means. It means don't let your kids medicalize themselves from a very young age to where they're disfigured and they have to completely take this medicine for the rest of their life, whether they want to be trans or not. Because we have a lot of people coming out and detransitioning because of the pipeline that has been created for children specifically. There was no psychotalk therapy done for these people. There was no consultations. It's just a fucking pipeline, dude. And it's not about being trans. It's about children not knowing what they want for the future. And if you are a human being, I know when you were young, there was something that you wanted to do that when you grow old, you didn't do, and you got older, you said, thank fuck I didn't do that. I know you have one thing, and that's what I'm saying. That's what it's about. If you don't get it, you don't get it. You can hate me. I don't hate trans people. Yeah. But I feel like it's important to say that this is a good thing. I don't know.
I think it's a good thing. Just because, like you're saying, I mean, I think about when you talk to people about puberty, middle school. They say, yeah, it was probably the worst time of my life going through that. High school, everybody hated themselves in high school. Like any person who's like above their 20s, 20s and above, are going to be like, God, high school was horrible. It was terrible. I hated it for multiple reasons, for so many reasons. One of those reasons is because you didn't really know who you were yet. You were just kind of going along with what other people were doing, You had your parents telling you one thing, you had your friends telling you another thing, school teachers telling you another thing.
Trying to craft an identity of who you are, some idea, because you had no concept.
I feel like people talk about like in that college time period, 18 plus, you start trying to find yourself and you're still making mistakes. I still hate the mistakes that I made in college, okay? College, and I'm still a legal adult now. I can vote, okay? And I still hate the decisions I made. I'm still making bad decisions today. I think it's all about things. If it's a really big life decision, you should take some time on it. And I remember when we were in high school, that was when trans rights were starting to be really pushed into legislature. And something that they said was they wanted you to go through psychotherapy. The process took about almost 2 years.
A lot of qualifications to get to that point, to make sure.
Yeah, you had therapy sessions.
Safeguards.
A lot of safeguards. And I felt like at the time reading that, because I was reading it in the way of someone was like, I hate that this is happening. I hate that I have to wait 2 years. I want it now. And even reading that, I was like, I understand where they're coming from. They want it now. They've been in the wrong body their whole life.
At that time.
Yeah,
I thought the same thing.
They've been wrong. They're ready to do it now. But even then, I was like, it's still probably a good idea to take that time.
Yeah, just to figure out just the adjustment.
You think about it, you've been in the wrong body for your whole life, and that has messed with your mind. It has. You've been pushed to be in this in a social construct, but you felt like you were someone else. So in that transition of being like, now I get to be the person I want, you still have all of these things that you learned that they try to push on you. And you're like, no, I believe I'm someone else though. That's going to take a minute to break down those walls, those little things. You talk about therapy in general.
Also, there could be reasons you're feeling dysmorphic outside of your gender identity. You could be feeling dysmorphic about your general body and attributing it to gender dysmorphia. There's multiple factors that a trained clinician should handle. Someone who knows psychology, who's studied it their whole life, like someone who's competent. I mean, it's just, these are children. That's what it's about. It's not about taking them. But that's the thing, too, is I think there's some kids who want it, and I think there's some parents who want it. And I think that's what's dangerous. Yeah. Is some parents get entrenched in some ideology and they push some things on their kids, while other kids just generally are confused or unsure about what they want. And why I say unsure is because, like you're saying, if you've been that way for so long, what is a few more years? Because it's usually like the teenage years is when these conversations start come up because of what you're talking about, the identity and everything. And I think like hormones are flowing. You're trying to find an identity. You're trying to fit in. Who am I? And regardless of whether there's pressure from here or here or here, you should be safeguarded against making a decision that could affect you for the rest of your life in a really big way. I mean, you could, like, hacking off your genitals before you're ready could really affect you.
It really affects you.
Yeah. If you turn back around and like, damn, I didn't want that. Yeah. Because that's happening now. So it's not even like a hypothesis. People have already detransitioned and it's like ruined their life transitioning. So I'm not saying that's how it is for everybody. And like I said, I don't care. If you want to be trans, I don't give a fuck. I just care about children and safeguarding them. That's it. Like,
I agree.
That's it.
So that's the only part I really care about too. I really don't care about anything else. Just that I am worried about today's youth, and
for multiple reasons.
Yeah. So many reasons. I recently talked to some people who said I asked them, some teenagers, what did you get for Christmas? And they said just money. They asked for just money. I said, yeah, I just asked my parents for just money. They just gave me money. So you didn't open anything? I'm like, no. I bought myself markers. I went to the store, I bought myself markers recently. I felt like that was probably one of the saddest things I've heard.
Weirdly, yeah.
Because I actually do remember at one point asking my mother, can I just get money for Christmas? And she said, no, Paris, I want you to open something for Christmas. Just tell me what you want and I'll get it for you. And I said, okay. Very privileged child I was. I know that. But also, I felt like it was a good thing. I thought, hey, yeah, no, I just want money. That's all I care about. But no. The thing is that you want the experience. Being older, I understand that now. There's certain things you just don't really understand when you're a child. You're like, this seems simpler, this makes sense, I'll do it like this. You don't even understand the kind of joy you just stole from yourself, is what I thought from the children who told me this. They just got money. Yeah. And it's like that, you don't even know what you took from yourself. You don't. You just said, I don't want a childhood anymore. I don't want to open presents on Christmas, actually, as a teenager. I don't want that. I just want money. That's all I want. I think that's what we're teaching.
Because it's not even about presents anyway. So it's not about presents on top of that. But now there's not even the like very personal thing of like getting a gift for someone and exchanging it, saying, I thought of you when I got this.
I thought of you.
Yeah.
I put this in a box. I wrapped it in a pretty bow, and you probably know you're gonna get it eventually, but you don't know which box it's in. You know, you got like 3.
I don't know. It's a tradition. It's a ritual. It's I don't know. It is depressing. It is like there's a lot of materialism and societal expectations for these kids. Like, I I don't know, everyone's valuing the wrong things in general, not even just children, but then that's getting passed on to these kids. Is like all this shit that does not matter.
Well, all teenagers want to grow up too fast. All of them. They want to be grown-ups today. And it is all up to us to remind them, no, darling, you're still a kid.
You're still a kid.
You're still a kid.
Yeah, that's true.
Just wait a little minute. Just wait a little minute. Take your time right now. Just
because you're gonna regret it.
Just have fun, and then you can do all of this shit for the rest of your life once you turn 18, and you're gonna fucking hate it. And you're gonna wish you were a kid. And you're gonna regret it.
I'm telling you, you're gonna regret it. And then for people who have been through traumatic situations, like who yearned for a childhood, it really, it'll hit you a certain way when you hear that, because it's like you wanted that. You wanted a semblance of normalcy, you know, like you wanted, and it even when it was normal, you didn't want to obsess about all the things it took to get the normal things, you know. And so hearing a kid go like, "Nah, I just want money," is kind of sad. Yeah, it does. It's depressing. Let's bring it back around. We had an interstellar comet pass by Earth. It was first discovered in July 2025. The reason I say interstellar, meaning it's coming from another star system here. It follows a fast, hyperbolic, unbound trajectory, passing Earth at a safe distance. Thank God. We didn't have like a situation like that.
Thank God.
In late 2025, and is notable for being brighter and having a larger nucleus around 10 kilometers than previous interstellar visitors like Umau and Borisov, revealing a high carbon dioxide to water ratio, unique jet activity from its icy nucleus as it journeyed through the inner solar system. I'll put a picture of it up right here. You tell me this doesn't look like a fucking spaceship? Like, I'm telling you, like, I know it isn't. We know it isn't now, but it looks, the shape of it looks like an organic spaceship because it's like oval. Mm-hmm. It's an oval. It's not circular. It's not, you know, I don't know, chunks. It's not a chunky thing.
Yeah.
It's this oval.
How do you even come through the atmosphere like that? Jeez.
So let me like.
And it did say it had water.
That's just a rendering, but like, yeah.
So I think that's crazy too. So we know that there's water in this other interstellar galaxy.
That's true. There's a lot of interesting things about Atlas 13, or is this? Yeah, it is Atlas. Well, it says, maybe I dyslexia. 31 Atlas. That's what it is. 31 Atlas. My bad. Reversed it. I was like Atlas 13. I don't know why Atlas 13 kind of sounds better though. 31 Atlas, and trying to see some observations here. Again, like you said, there's a high carbon dioxide to water ratio, unlike typical comets in our system, suggesting different formation conditions. It could have come from a planet that had water, but not necessarily life. But then if there's water,
there's a possibility of life.
Yeah, and so what really tripped everybody out in the beginning about this comet is that when it was first approaching Earth, it was just acting so weird. Yeah. It would, if I'm not mistaken, speed up and like slow down the velocity of it. And so people were like really thinking this was a UFO. And honestly, I was like, it looks so, like you saw the pictures of it, and they're talking about it moving like that and all this shit. But it's just a comet that passed by Earth.
That's crazy. Maybe it's like got some different type of stuff on the inside of it or something. I don't know. Different minerals or something.
Could be. It's from another star system.
Yeah.
I honestly, like, I think it'd be cool if we had some way to, like, grab it to come study it.
That would be awesome.
like the really good ones. And speaking of, like, we were able to see a couple shooting stars in these later months. I did. I saw one with you, but then I saw another one the other night, which I was like, "What the fuck? That's awesome!" Yeah, I mean, we know aliens exist because you'd have to be so egotistical to not believe that.
Yeah.
But are they here right now? Or are they so far away that any chance of them getting to us is futile because of how interstellar travel works?
Yeah.
By the time they could spend however many years trying to travel those light years to get here, and we'd all be dead.
Yeah. Probably.
So, yeah, like, that's why you have to think about it kind of like sci-fi with, like, how it would have to go down for them to actually get here, because they'd have to envelop space-time around themselves to manipulate the passage of time through travel to actually get here. It's fucking... Go look it up. I'll put a picture up. It's Comet 31 Atlas. You know, Atlas being I believe... Greek? It's the one who holds up the earth on his back.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Let me see if it's Roman or Greek. Those are the
But
really
it's a
only
god.
two. Yep, I think it is Greek. Yep, it's a Titan punished by Zeus to hold up the heavens for eternity after Titanmachy. Is a war between Titans and Olympians. So yeah. That's who they named it after, and yeah, pretty cool stuff. I just like astronomy, so I always try to throw some of that in there, give you a little astronomy update. We're talking about a lot of stuff today. I appreciate you bearing with us. I tried to, like, sandwich the unfun stuff to talk about with the slightly entertaining, and just, you know.
Yeah.
It sucks, but it's great. Go outside and touch some grass.
Go outside of the grass, and if you take anything from anything that we ever say, just love people. That's
love
it.
people. Love.
Stop holding hate in your heart and towards other people.
Towards everyone. Love.
Towards everyone.
Love. Even the enemies. Love.
Think about it. If you're feeling hate, if you're feeling hatred and things are bubbling up in you, just remember that there's love in there and that everybody wants love as well. So just try to give it a little bit instead of taking.
Arrivederci.
Have a good day.